Welcome back, beautiful people. This is the United by Stoke podcast, real talk for real entrepreneurs by real entrepreneurs themselves. Welcome back. Yeah. Shane is in the building again today, which is a beautiful thing.
How's it, fam?
We're having a little cuppa. It's Saturday. We are in the midst of our Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. So thanks for all the support, team.
Been mean. You guys are chopping it up. It's going good. Everything's mean like that. And we're bringing you the raw on building.
Building a brand, baby. This is it. This is every day, all day. Now, Shane and I were having a quick chat the other day, as always, listening to Andy Frisilla while we were grinding it out, putting in work. And if you're not listening to Andy and you're an entrepreneur and or want to be an entrepreneur, he's the man by far. Appreciate that guy. And we were just talking about how, Raven was started. What was it, 4 months before this changing of the guard of the world right now? So
yeah, absolutely.
2 years ago, we started this brand. So Shane and I have been grinding it out during a really unique time. And as we get further and further into these unique times,
the vision of the brand becomes more unique because we have to pivot with the times.
Pivot. So we're going to talk a little bit today about that. And Shane, so what are we talking about?
So basically, we want to run you guys through a little bit about, like every brand that starts, kicks off, gets going, has an idea, has the vision. Where do you head first, to get some product out there? And it's normally your local boy, woman, whoever that may be.
So, so today is my first day. I'm going to start Bob's.
Yeah.
Cool t-shirts. So I call up Shane, who's the print guy, and I say, Shane, I need 20 tees.
Yeah, that's it.
Now that's expensive as hell, but it's 20 tees, right? So it's a really small run. We call that a run, I guess you'd say, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So you're gonna have to pay for your design, your silk screen, all that stuff, or however they might do print. And you're gonna get away with that for a little while because that's just at the start, it's probably the easiest way to start, right?
Totally. If no one knows where to look right off the bat, so you head locally first to get going. Which in turn you can do some smaller numbers, a little more.
So I sell those 20, right? Yeah. I'm like, cool, man. I invested $250. Now I have $400.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go back to Shane again, to be honest, and hit him for maybe 40.
Yeah.
Which is going to be even more expensive, and hopefully I sell those, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So you're going to do that. And actually we did that for how many presses do you think?
Oh, man.
Maybe four or five runs?
Yeah, maybe definitely rolling through the first year, right?
Yeah.
And into the second even, we were still using blanks.
Yeah. And we did notice once our orders started to hit, and this will be a little different for every printer.
Yeah.
Because some companies will have, 50 employees, some might have 2. But we did notice kind of at the end when we were getting to larger numbers that we started to have issues, and we noticed that it was time to go bigger, I'd say, right?
Oh, yeah. And the trouble, what Moss means by having trouble with it and issues is not with the printer. The printer was mean. He was awesome. But it's the issues you run into is that you're using the blank that, 4,000 other brands around the planet are using from the same company, like Bella Canvas, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
your Gildans.
Like everybody does. And so what happens is you start running short on color supply, sizing. There's only
because you're at the mercy, because you're just in line with everybody else, right? And remember, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
So we'll skip forward and say, could you imagine today when we know the supply chain issues? But anyway, not that we're skipping ahead of ourselves, sorry.
No. So that definitely was the issue. And as your runs get bigger and you want to start adding new colors to your line and different products, there just wasn't any. There's not enough to do a full run of everything you want, or there's only one size of that and not that color and that. So you're trying to what you want to do.
Totally. So we're trying to be like, okay, we have an order for 55 of this, and we call up Buddy, and you actually have people waiting for it, and he's like, well, I can't get this, so how about we do this? Then you're going back to your client saying, well, we can't get that color. This guy, the other guy that you're printing from, is also trying to run a business, and you're trying to run a business. So he's trying to do his thing, you're trying to do your thing, and it just starts getting, it was a little overwhelming at some points, because you're waiting on 200 pieces. that company's not just doing your order, but other orders. So, where are you in the queue, which we're actually dealing with right now with some other manufacturers, like our hat manufacturer, right? Who does our custom hats. We're waiting in line, and that's just the way it is, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
So one way around that would be,
that's basically then you start, like everybody else, I think, start heading offshore a little more, to get.
So you have to source your own manufacturers.
So
you have to skip the middleman.
Yep, totally.
And go straight to the source, wherever that source is.
Yep. And then so the process of finding manufacturers and sourcing products and all that begins, which is a long process, man. Like it's pretty deadly,
It's fun. It's that also brings its own headaches but this is part of business, people. I mean, I don't care if you're going to be a janitor, a mechanic, or a lawyer. I mean, it's all the same but different. But it is, you got to understand, these people are running businesses as well. They're not just dealing with you. So my experience lately with the hat guy, right, who we love dearly, but everybody's busy, everybody's having supply chain issues. So we're all doing the best we can, I'd say, really, like,
for sure.
But the transition from printing blanks to the next levels is also part of growing your business, because your business went from, $20 profit to $100 profit to maybe $1,000 profit. So it's part of the growing pains of business, really.
Totally.
And to expand, it's part of the entrepreneurial hustle, man. You gotta figure out how to expand. And day by day we learn, really, right? So one of the things right now would be supply chain issues, and Shane right now is going through, all of us really will be, the next thing is shipping costs,
man.
And basically ordering something and then them being like, well, we don't have that. So then basically Shane and I are, have to go back to the drawing board, redesign or try and find the print or the fabric that they actually have. Hopefully by the time you reorder it, it's still there. You want to expand on that?
And so
all the while customers are waiting for shit.
Oh yeah, that's right. And the issue right now too is, like, shipping's gone absolutely through the roof. Like last year, it's definitely two to 2.5, even 3 times more what it was last year than what it was. It's we're getting our poncho run sorted for this year, and the shipping has gone from around $800 to get the ponchos here to $2,400, and that's US. So it's just whack. So we're dealing with that right now. We're starting to move from air freight to shipping freight, and as you all know right now, the shipping is a little whack as well. So lot of delays there. So it's just always something challenging, but you know what? It keeps this fresh,
100%.
and it keeps us hustling with ideas and different ways to get things done. And we've got a wicked 22 line coming up. We've got some funky colors, a bunch of new products, and we're excited to bring them to you guys. So we're doing our best on this end to get them here. And it's challenging, but it's all part of building this brand, man. And we kind of love it,
Totally.
Love hate.
Weird. But and that's a good word to use, challenging, man. When you say it's when you use challenging, you can overcome that challenge. That's a brilliant word, because if you say there's trouble or it's a block, well, good luck trying to figure that out. So, and on our side too is we're very conscientious of price point. We're all in it to win it, right? So we don't want to take that shipping charge and have to put it onto the client. So Shane and I are coming up with ways that we can bring in extra income so that we keep pricing legit for our community. You know what I mean? Like, instead of being like, cool, we're going to make this toque another $25 more, then we're pricing ourselves out of the market. So all these things start coming up, man. It's just always constantly evolving. Which is, basically part of the brand too, is why we keep ourselves physically and mentally fit so that we can handle this stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
health is the currency piece.
This is
the
fact.
Bottom line.
But it's also what keeps this guy working, so that we can come up with designs. We can come up with new ideas. We can come up with ways around the challenges, right?
100%.
So for example, if Shane and I were just sitting on the couch, watching, 18 hours of Netflix and eating chips all day, our ideas might not be as dope.
Chips, brah?
Well, I was going to say fast food. Maybe I should have said fast food.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Just poisoning the body and then become slow and sluggish. Maybe we wouldn't figure out that other opportunity to keep the pricing the same for you guys. Because in the end, it's all about you guys. We are the currency. You know what I mean? Like, it's a community, and without community, there's nothing. And you guys are the community. We are all the community.
Yeah, and we wouldn't be building and scaling like we are without you guys. So we appreciate it all, and we want to bring you guys a quality product for a decent price.
Amen.
And we want to always try and keep it that way. That's the vision and the goal of this brand, and we're trying to do everything we can to keep it that way. And I think we're doing a pretty good job of it, right now.
Not to toot our own horns, but fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
No, it's a beautiful thing. And again, we go live every morning on TikTok, and the support we're getting from there, just doing our workouts, the feedback on all social media. We're trying to up our game on YouTube with the podcast. We're going to definitely up the game here. We're hungry, that's just the end of it all. Like we said, you could turn your head or put your tail between your legs and curl up in a ball and cry and say, well, maybe this will be better, next month. But we're fired up, man. We're warriors and we're ready to roll. So we're excited to bring you guys fire.
Oh shit, yeah, man. And you know what, guys? Like, at the end of the day, going after your goals and visions, fuck, just do it, man. Because
we're all gonna die.
That's it.
One day.
the time we have given to us and the time coming up is going to pass, no matter what happens. Like 10 years from now, if you didn't do anything, it's still going to pass. So you might as well be doing something you love, trying to push towards something, because then at least in that 10 years you've done something that you love and you've pushed a vision to reality, and that's where we're at. We're just giving it 100%.
Facts. There's no reason to hold back. Why be scared? Being in fear, you have no creativity, you have no power. It's time to take your power back. And that's the beautiful thing about Raven right now. Like, we're overcoming, we're building a strong ass community. They push us, we push them. And I really do feel like we are all empowering each other to take, take this consciousness to the next level.
Yeah. 100%.
So yeah, Monday morning, we're back live on TikTok if you want to join us.
Yeah.
I think that's it for this one.
Yeah,
I'm happy with that, man. I hope we brought you some value. Shane's going to drop what we always drop. We're going to love each other more. We're going to care for each other more, and we're going to pay it forward. And that paying it forward could be from a hug, a smile, buying somebody coffee, whatever you do, push that love forward. Shane?
Yo, peeps. So swinging by, we appreciate it all. And there's a bit of a fee to pay, obviously. And we got that from, our boy Andy, because he's a fucking boss.
Mm-hmm.
So same kind of deal. If you got some inspiration, bit of motivation, if you love just dropping by the podcast here, United by Stoke, and just hanging out with your elixir of choice, coffee, tea,
vodka,
whatever that may be, we'd appreciate it if you shared it with your squad, crew, fam, all that stuff. We appreciate the love, and
that's it. The only way we grow is with you. See you next week. We might even start doing more. They're so fun. Okay, Raven. Guys, love you all. Raven, we'll put our link in the bio. Love you all. Peace.
Later, peeps.